Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Curious Notion. So, by the time this releases, I'll be in Europe still. Hopefully, it hasn't rained on me, but yeah, hopefully, it hasn't rained on me because I'm gonna be living in a tent for about 4 weeks. So that should be fun. But a while ago, I released this reel about what it's like to be a man in 2026, and it's basically just a bunch of categories that come out on social media that you should be doing as a man, right? This like sell thing that social media sells, a lot of influencers and stuff like that that try to appear that they have a lot of wealth. And I wanted to explore that notion, right? So it's just I feel like nowadays being a man is just being targeted by people that are trying to make us be the optimized bro, the tracker of everything. The you do all these things. So quick list, and some of this was taken from my reel was, you know, according to the internet, being a man today means waking up at 4 a.m., running a marathon, trading crypto, eating, carnivore diets, journaling, meeting your creatine goals, buying investment properties, tracking your sleep score, quitting alcohol, optimizing testosterone, launching a podcast or content, or launching a business, then selling the business, then teaching others about how to create a business, then sell the business, and among other things. So somehow on all this, you're still emotionally unavailable too. So go figure. But at some point, when does all this optimization, this self improvement, just become just a performance? Because with social media, you can pretty much perform everything. I mean, I did an episode about the mental health of social media, and it's like, dude, this is just a frame. Whatever is going on behind the frame, you don't see. So when you see these like influencer optimized bro driving the Lambo Ferrari videos, is it your Ferrari? Is it your Lambo? Or is it just rented? Is you took a trip to Miami and rented a car, right? So when is it just that frame? And they're like, buy my course. I just that kind of drives me nuts. Because I'm a target for it too, right? I'm like, maybe if I just buy this course, like I get the money right, and I love to travel. So I'm like, maybe I can just travel. I don't care about the cars thing. Like I don't care about cars. Uh, I just care about experiences. Like I love to do things like skydive, and I want to scuba dive at some point. I've snorkeled before and almost got bit by a shark. Like I live for the experiences of life. I like to do fun things. I can care less about the show. I drive a Ford Fiesta. Like, dude, I don't care about that. Um, but just optimized bro image by the internet, right? Is just an endless masculine checklist, I think, of being a man. This is why I'm doing this video because I'm trying to understand it. It seems like you do a lot of healthy stuff, like you take care of yourself. You have all these supplements. Your cabinet looks like a chemistry laboratory with all the stuff you're taking. You're going to the gym or you're running all the time, and it seems disciplined. You're ambitious, but it's just like, how long can you keep this stuff, especially if you're just starting it out because you're trying to mimic people online. Uh, but it sounds like you're just, a startup for yourself. Like you're just this giant thing, and you're a startup. You're optimizing everything. You're hitting all these ambitious goals and stuff. So this optimized bro thing, I'll hit it with the fitness first. So what it seems now is just being jacked or being a hybrid athlete and doing some high rocks, running marathons, ultra marathons, being on mobility, eating carnivore diets, meeting all your protein goals every day, quitting drinking, not having sugar. Like all this stuff is awesome, right? This is great. Don't get me wrong. It on paper it sounds good, but when you translate it to actually executing that stuff, how translatable is it? Right? I think there's more millionaires than there are people with six packs. I saw a statistic like that. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. You can be a million in first before you get a six pack. It's kind of nuts. Um, Hybrid athletes, so like the weightlifter and the hit high rocks dude. I mean, cool. There's no point on being able to throw so much weight around, but you have poor mobility. Kind of talking to myself there because at some point I was able to throw some weight around, and I kind of mix it where I run and I lift weights. I run more now than I actually lift weights. But I've also been lifting, going to the gym for about 7 years, I think, or six. So I kind of got tired of that. I'm like, let me try this running thing. I also just wanted to challenge myself because I had a knee surgery, and I definitely stay away from using my legs. I feel like they've gotten weaker and they hurt a lot more, and it's probably because I don't use them enough. So hopefully, with some strength training and some running, I feel better and mobility as well. But it seems now that when you do fitness stuff, it's not really about the health benefits. It's more of the performance of it. It's like, look at me, I'm hitting the gym. Look at me, I ran 5 miles today. Look at me, I'm training for this high rocks. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Now, if doing that is in itself making you do exercises, I mean, it's kind of a positive because you're doing healthy things, but at the same time is how sustainable is it to do these things for viewership, for validation that is external? So this body optimization era of doing all these things is eventually there's the wrong reasons. So how maintainable are those reasons? Because when those reasons disappear, let's say you don't achieve them, do you just completely stop going to the gym? Do you stop running? Do you stop chasing the high rocks, the marathon? Like, what happens then? Right. So it's about having the right reasons for it. I exercise because I enjoy it. Like, I love to work out. Running hurts. Like, my knees hurt all the time from running, but after I'm done, I'm like, I feel good. I want to go do it again, even though it hurts. But it's the right fuel for this stuff, right? Like, starting the body optimization thing because of you saw a reel or you heard a podcast episode or whatever, you read a book, like, cool. But how long does that motivation last? Because to be disciplined, I think first you get the fuel from something like that, like a episode you saw from somebody, a reel, a book. Can't Hurt Me, especially, you get a ton of motivation from reading Can't Hurt Me. Like, if you haven't read it, awesome book. I read it when I was 20, and I was waking up at 5 in the morning, that's for sure. And it wasn't very sustainable after a month, but I did it. I also didn't work. So it's kind of sustainable because I didn't really have any other responsibilities. But you have to ride the wave of whatever emotions you're using first to get to discipline. Like, you have this negative view of yourself. Oh, I'm a little too big. I want to lose some weight. Oh, I feel like I'm lacking here. You ride that negativity, or positive if you're one of those people that gets positive emotions to do stuff. Um, I think you'd be a very few, but you ride that emotion of motivation. And then from there, after you've done it for so long, hopefully those emotions last for long enough. You now become disciplined because you've done it so much that now it's part of your habits. It's part of your daily routines. If you are working out more than you are resting. So the optimization thing, it's not very doable from the get go. I think you need very strong whys and reasons for you to do it. And if it's just because you saw it online and it's just a trend, I don't think you're going to optimize very well. But I could be proven wrong. I know I've done it and it hasn't worked out for me. Definitely consistency over time has led to just I work out daily as much as I can, at least 4 to 5 sessions, where there is mobility, a hit session, a strength training session, whatever it is. 4 to 5 days is like a win of a week for me. So definitely it took like 7 years of me doing that. And prior to me starting even the lifting thing, I play sports, mainly basketball. So I was accustomed to, you know, conditioning and working out after school. And it was kind of like this habit. So I've kind of carried on the habit of that. So I would look at your reasons, right? If you're doing the body optimization thing, uh, write down your goals, have a clear picture of what you're trying to achieve. If it's just for health benefits, I mean, you're going to live a life of working out all your life. So might as well figure out how to incorporate it to every single day that is not your rest day. So definitely take a step back and explore why you're body optimizing. Because if it's just for social media, I don't think it's going to last very long. And I say it because I've also experienced it. Oh, like my third cup of coffee. I've been awake since 7 a.m. working on my final assignment for a sociology class, which kind of uh, ties into this because society now is a lot of social media. It's in front of your face every day with your phone. So if you think you're not being influenced by what you're seeing, I would I would reconsider that thought because I know for sure I definitely get influenced. Another one is financial. Uh, we all want to have money, right? I, I would love to have money, not because I want to be incredibly rich, but because I would like some freedom. That definitely would alleviate and take away some, uh, I guess, inconveniences, I would call them. Because having money is just having more conveniences because you have access to more things. You can get things a lot faster. You can get the things you want. But then if you run out of things that you want, materialistic things, what do you do after you have them? Uh, but I see online, I mentioned the whole start a business, sell the business, and then teach everybody else how to do that. Dude, I mean, being an entrepreneur is a difficult thing. You're responsible if you're an entrepreneur and you have employees and you're getting negative cash flow and you have no money in your bank account. How do you pay these people? Do you take on more debt? Because if you open up a business, you definitely took on debt. If you're just like doing the hopes and dreams thing, like I'm just like, I'm gonna take out the debt and I'm gonna figure it out. Like, what do you do then, right? Being an entrepreneur is difficult. It's a lot of responsibility. So uh making six figures now seems to be the thing. Roth IRAs, S&P 500, real estate, Airbnb, side hustles, AI taking your jobs, Social Security just running out when you're older, day trading, you never working again. I think the whole not working thing again, I think for a little bit is like good when you have so many things you want to do with your free time. Like, oh, I want to travel to this country. I want to go do these activities. I want to go do that. But what do you do when you do all that, right? These are the questions that I ask for me too, because this applies to me. Like I'm exploring a lot of this stuff because it applies to me too. So this is why I try to find stuff that is an endless game. Endless games just means that something that you can never reach the end line or the finish goal. It's just like something that you can continuously just do and improve on. One of those things is reading. You're never gonna read every book in the world. You're gonna die, right? But it's enjoying to read books. I love it. I think it's an endless game, creating content and doing this stuff. If you have thoughts to explore and you can yap to a camera, it can be a very enjoyable activity. I kind of still hate it and dislike it because I'm very shy with the whole talking thing and the camera thing, but uh, it's working out. And after a while, I'm like, you know what? That was cool. I enjoy that. And I get to edit and listen to my thoughts too. I get to learn about mannerisms of myself and how I speak and my thoughts and things like that. So, but back to the financial thing, you have all this stuff, right? This long list of things that you should do according to social media. Uh, it just seems like a performative, anxietal thing to say, like, I have money. But again, the whole social media thing, framing, this is just a pretty frame here, but it's not showing everything around my life. So when you see the reels of like the dudes driving the supercars and they're on a jet ski and they're partying on a boat and they're doing the traveling thing, like, okay, dude, is it that you're rich in debt? I mean, you might have the money, you might, I don't know, right? I can't peep into people's bank accounts, but I would say the social media can definitely portray a different picture. Uh, I travel for sometimes quite often, but it's because of work. And people are like, dude, you're always traveling. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not my money. It's not my money. It's my job's money. So there's that. You know, I think we are convinced that we have to be making wealth every second. If not, we're like failing behind. We're falling behind or we're failing at something. That used to be me. Not much anymore. I mean, I started investing when I was 19 and I tried the crypto, I tried swing trading, I tried options trading, day trading. Do not trade under $25,000. If not, your broker is going to flag you. Uh, having passive incomes, I've tried dividend investing. Can't really stick to it because I'm not that patient, but I've been investing now, I think, for 6 years, five. And the first 3 years was just me losing money, trying all these different stuff because I saw it online, because I saw some video and this guy made a 10x return. I'm like, dude, I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch your videos. You're teaching me about this option trading and delta and yada, yada, and all these pretty terms. And then after a while, I'm like, okay, I don't have that much money to put on these stocks, right? Um, I'm going to ask you this. If you have a penny and that penny doubles every day for 30 days, or you start out with $10,000 and you just get a percentage that it goes up every day, how much money will you have? I think I worded that very bad, but by the end, the compound of the $10,000 is going to be much larger than the penny. I'll answer it for you because your 10% or your 8%, let's go to the stock market thing, the S&P 500 average return year over year, 8%, right? You have $10,000 um, and you get an 8% return, you're gonna get $800 of that whole year. Whether if you start with a penny and then it doubles every day, you're not even gonna get close, I think, to the starting of your $10,000. So definitely, you know, I've learned that do not rush money. Like your money's gonna make money when it's gonna make money. Uh, Warren Buffett puts it best. I think the stock market is from transferring wealth from the patient to the impatient or something like that. Like basically, you need to wait. Delayed gratification is a huge thing for money, especially stock market investing, because companies over time are going to grow. There's a chart that shows on a 5 year increment how much guarantee you are to get a return on an investment on the stock market. And over 20 years, it's like 100% guarantee that you're going to get an investment. Now, no investment in money is 100% guarantee, and there never will be. And if you made it this far and you hear somebody tell you that you're going to 100% make money, I would run away because nothing is 100% guarantee unless you get like, treasury bills and they return that fixed percent, or you have a high yield savings account that returns that percent. That percent is guaranteed, right? But until it hits your bank account, I wouldn't guarantee it, right? So here's more of the measuring optimize, bro. And it kind of just ties to all these apps about optimization. It's like Whoop, Aura, Strava. I'm a guilty of Strava now. My Fitness Pal, tracking your sleep. Definitely kind of do that. I also have a sleep app machine, so that kind of tracks my sleep. Tracking your calories, tracking habits, journaling, routines, dopamine detox, anti doom scrolling. Like, dude, this is going to be so time just consuming, just like tracking all these apps. And then not only that, but opening these apps means you're guaranteed to probably doom scroll. Like if you're gonna do something, you're definitely gonna be distracted. I love the journaling thing. I write. I do love the journaling thing. I think it's awesome because it's just journaling and writing is just folding the laundry in your brain. Like I think journaling is awesome, and I think everybody should do it. I definitely have done it for 2 or 3 years now, like 2 or 3 years privately. And then recently I have a Substack which I kind of write whatever has happened throughout the week that I kind of want to engage on. And I think journaling is great. So out of this one, I would say the best one is journaling. Like I wholeheartedly agree with this one on this optimization bro thing. Definitely journal because you're gonna find out so many things about yourself. Also, the way you speak sometimes can translate on how you write, which when you read it out loud to yourself, you're like, whoa, is that how I sound? Need to get better at articulating. But you're monitoring yourself like you're some scientific hypothesis experiment. You don't need this much, monitoring of yourself, especially this is just too much to keep track of. I'm saying for me. Uh, but realistically, like who has time to track your sleep, calories? Like unless you're working towards something specifically, I would say that would be a good thing. Like if you're going to run a marathon, you need to keep track of your miles and how much you're doing a week. Cool. You might want to track your sleep with that because recovery is very important. And I wouldn't say track your calories, but just really watch what you eat. Have good food, protein, some veggies, and some carbs, and not eating too much junk food. But other than that, like if you're not working towards anything specifically, like you don't need to do this much tracking. It's just so time consuming. Like I feel like I already have little time in a day with working and going to school and then editing and creating content and trying to spend time with family and friends. Like just to add all this stuff on top of it, just no way. Like when I first started investing, I would track stocks all the time. Like every week, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna check on this, and is this a good buying opportunity? Does this chart, this analytical thing, this earnings report tell me like, oh, great buying opportunity. They're growing revenue quarter by quarter, year over year, and their profitability and all this stuff is going like, dude, I don't even have the money to buy that many stocks. Like I hold, I think the most I've ever held was like 15 stocks, and then I like shorted it from like 10, and then from 10 I shorted it now to 8. And I went from checking my stock portfolio every day to now I check it whenever I remember. Morgan Housel has this whole thing like if you forget your password for your investment account, like great. I think I'm getting to that after like 6 years, and awesome because it's just there, right? It's gonna do the money thing. It's gonna compound. If I'm investing in good quality companies, it's gonna do its thing. So definitely don't monitor yourself like you're a lab experiment. You're just a human being, dude. Like if you know you're doing the right things, there's not much moderation that is needed from you. You're just doing the right things. So I think like a lot of this has to do with reward system. It just, you know, if you're posting online, the whole 4 a.m. wake up, the monk mode thing, the marathons, the lock in, the lonely arc of suffering and hyper discipline edits and all this other stuff. Like it's just like it sounds so good if you're creating content, right? Or if you're trying to show off for the people around you. It's just such a huge reward hit. Like, look at me, like all the stuff that I'm doing. So I think that's part of it. Um, it's just, yeah, just, it's just a reward thing. It's an external validation. Uh, but why are you seeking it? I would ask that question. I usually ask myself when I want to achieve something, it's like, is this something I want, or is this an external want that was placed by an external source? And why do I want it? Is it even worth it? Is it worth my attention? Is it worth my time? Because the greatest currency in life is your attention, not money, not time. Because whatever you spent time focusing on is the currency you are able to expend, because time is going to go regardless. You can't really control how that time is spent. Like, you can just be focused on your phone and time is getting wasted, like without you really noticing because it's so habitualized. But you can definitely exercise spending your attention. And then time goes by like automatically, but you can control your attention. Um, money, money's just a tool. It's just a currency that someone made up and was like, here's money. We're going to use it to trade goods and services now. Okay. Um, I think that eventually the optimized bro thing is going to die. Uh, I would hope so, because I meet so many people and they're just tired. There's so many rising accounts that I see that are just tired. They're tired of the optimizing, never ending, that there's always another metric that you got to measure, another routine to try, another supplement that's going to be good, just everything just hitting the market, a new income stream. Like, I think eventually people are going to get tired of it and they're going to be exhausted. And I hope, I hope it dies, because I think it's not very human like to live like that way. You just can't maintain it. You can maintain it probably for a little bit, but you can't maintain it for long term, and you're going to get burned out. It's just another insecurity to add on to that. Now you're not meeting these things, because here's the thing, like, you put all this stuff for yourself. What happens when you don't meet it? What happens when you don't meet it? You're going to feel bad. You're gonna be like, I didn't do the thing. You're going to feel insecure about yourself. You're going to feel underachieve, and that's going to come into your happiness. You don't want to do that to yourself. So I hope the optimized bro thing dies. And this is mainly for males. If you're a female watching this and you made it this far, mainly for males, but I'm sure a lot of this stuff relates to females now too, because a lot of you are now also working, and there's a lot of gym girls, and there's a lot of all this stuff that they do financial stuff and they run businesses like fucking great. That means you are just as equally as, able to fall into the trap of the whole optimized thing. I should have called it optimized person, but I'm mainly talking about the male experience because I'm a male and I've fallen trapped to these things. But, the finish line is always going to keep moving. You just got to do some realistic things for you that work for you, that are going to bring joy to your life, and that they're sustainable. Because the easier it is to sustain it, the less effort it goes into it. And if it returns on you peace and happiness, and dude, you know, good for you. And hopefully, if your identity is all in this optimization stuff, I hope you don't feel like a failure, because it's kind of set to fail already. It's just too much. Or maybe I'm just not willing to put in the work. But I know that for me, this would make me miserable because I have done it. I've tried to optimize it for all, and you're going to be absent on one of these things or two of these things. And if you meet all these things, you're probably a lonely person. Congratulations, dude. You win at everything, but you're probably miserable as fuck. All right. You're not a machine, dude. Maybe you're reliable. Maybe you're healthy, capable, and you do all these things, and the money is not fake. But are you actually living? If you haven't heard the whole, don't get too busy forgetting to live your life trying to create one. All right. So hopefully, if you made it this far, you enjoyed this episode. It was a little reflective. It was a little bit, I don't know. I'm trying to find my rhythm still and find my voice. So I'm trying to figure it out. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm definitely trying to figure it out. I think I created 10 episodes, and out of those 10 or 11 or whatever number it is, there is guests. And I'm trying to figure out the solo episodes. So definitely critique the hell out of me if you've made it this far. I would love to hear your opinion. Am I boring you to death? Are the topics interesting? I'm definitely exploring topics that are interesting to me. So if the topics aren't good, like, Give me some things that you want to hear my opinion on from my perspective, because that's all really I can offer. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.